Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Aquarius. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Aquarius, please. All right, so your person is showing up as the Five of Cups and the Death card. Okay, so this could be a Scorpio or someone with strong Scorpio energy in their chart. But I do feel like you may meet this person at a time of personal loss. They're viewing you as the Fool card, Aries energy. And the connection is a Tower moment. So this could be a life-changing connection, strong Aries and Scorpio energy in this reading. I do feel this is going to be a life-changing connection. It's going to be an unexpected connection. And we see the King of Swords. So you could be dealing with a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. This is somebody who's intelligent, somebody who's loyal, who's very well put together. But I can see here, Aquarius, that they're clearly grieving some sort of personal loss. Now, this could be the loss of a loved one. This could be a relationship. This could be a job. It really could be anything. So let's go ahead and see. Yeah, we see the Eight of Wands. Okay, but your person, they're going to have a lot of focused attention on you, Aquarius. I also feel like the Eight of Wands is like this person is everything that you're looking for. Originally the Eight of Wands were the wands of love. So I do feel like you're manifesting this, or maybe even they're manifesting you. Spirit has a funny way of putting the right people on our path, or putting us on on someone's path at the right time. And we see Justice card, Libran energy. But I'm not going to lie, Aquarius, it does feel like this person is a little bit imbalanced when you meet them because of this grief or because of this personal loss. But it doesn't mean that they're always that way. And with this King of Swords, I do feel like they're really kind of holding it together. But if they do come off as a bit superficial or aloof, it's because of that behind the scenes grief. But it doesn't seem to be affecting you too much because the Ace of Pentacles, despite this, you're still seeing a lot of potential for something solid and something stable and something secure with this person. All right, some of you too, they're experiencing some legal issues or legal issues tied up with that loss. All right, let's see what else we need to know. All right, this person is a passionate person. There's never a dull moment with this type of person who enjoys life fully. They could be an exciting lover. They're closed off. They've been deeply wounded, and trust must be established to open their heart. Now, again, this could be just they've been deeply wounded by whatever this personal loss is, okay? It doesn't have to be just in relationships. And we see that they may be a Leo, so they're ruled by fire. This positive, passionate sign is playful and they like attention. Strength and resilience is their hallmark. And despite everything that's going on in their life, Aquarius, you're going to feel at ease with this person who's super approachable. All right, so there's a connection here. Maybe even like a bit of an unexplainable connection. Now, Scorpio energy, this is somebody who's intense, they're focused, they're brave. Okay, they may be a little bit mysterious. They could be in their 30s, but this is a really specific message that is not going to resonate with all of you, but it will be confirmation for some of you. And for some of you, this personal loss is something that happened in their 30s. All right, now they could be Latin, okay, or of Latin descent, or there's some sort of Latin connection here. Again, a confirmation message for some of you, but it's definitely not going to resonate with all of my Aquarius. And we see this person may have black hair, all right? And they may be bald or buzzed, or they were at one point in time, or they have partially, bald or buzzed hair. And we see well-known, okay? So this person is well-known within their community, within their, within their family. Maybe even they've got a large social media following or something like that. All right, let's go ahead and see. We have wealthy man. So my readings are not meant to be gender specific, but some of the cards that I use are. wealthy man indicates this person has a lot to offer. They're successful. Yeah, their path may have been long and winding, but they definitely have a lot to offer. I definitely see development. I see growth. I see transformation here. And we see message energy showing up in reverse. This person might be somebody who, I mean, I do feel like they communicate quite well with the Eight of Wands, but with the message energy in reverse, I don't know why I'm getting like they don't see this coming, or maybe you're not going to see this coming. This may be somebody that, you know, maybe they don't speak a lot, but when they do, it's profound or it's direct. We see distant horizons here, so they may come from a different background than you, Aquarius. But I also feel with that distant horizons, this person is much closer to you than you realize, whether that's in time or space. Okay, let's see what else we need to know. All right, so music will be playing when they ask you out. So it does feel like they're going to ask you out. They're going to take initiative, and most likely it's going to be in person. They may go by a nickname. The first, middle, or last one of their names may begin with a vowel. And there's something about this person's smile here, Aquarius, that's just going to draw you in. We do see that this person spends their money quickly, so they're definitely, but I don't get that they're necessarily reckless with their spending. It just feels like they do have some money here to spend. Now they're viewing you as the Fool card, Aries energy. So this is resilient, this is strong, this is adventurous, this is a risk taker, but you are going to be like a complete breath of fresh air for this person. They love that you're a bit avant-garde, or that you think outside of the box. You're not afraid to march to the beat of your own drum. All right, the Wheel of Fortune. This person immediately sees your worth and your value, and they feel like you're a destined soulmate here. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. They may be a little bit worried though here, Aquarius, that you don't want to move forward with them, that you're not seeing a path forward, that you're not seeing potential because of whatever the situation is that they're experiencing or they're reacting to. But the Knight of Pentacles in reverse is interesting because I also read this as kind of a confirmation of what I was picking up on with that Aries energy, is like they see you as somebody different. You're definitely not boring. Like, you think outside of the box. You do things differently. You know, you're fun and you're exciting. But my Aquarius, with the King of Cups energy in reverse, you may have some hesitation about emotionally investing in this connection, even though I think you're seeing a lot of potential, but you may be questioning the timing here. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else we need to know. What else does this person really admire about my Aquarius, please? What does this person really admire about my Aquarius? Okay, dilettante energy. Yeah, I love this. That you delight in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Yeah, so they see you as someone who's multifaceted. They love your likes and your dislikes, right? But they love the music that you're into. Music might bring you two together. You know, they love like the movies you watch, the films, the books that you read, things like that. They just love that you're quite social, or the stuff that you're into they find intriguing, they find cool. Like I think this person thinks you're really cool. And with Prince energy, they see you as having romantic charm and potential for power. So definitely romantic vibes, but they see you this way. They see this being potentially a power couple situation. They see you romantic and charming. But Aquarius, they also see you as the rescuer. And again, I feel like you come into this person's life just when they really need you, and you provide strength and support to others in crisis, and you act out of love with no expectation of reward. All right, so with this rescuer energy, again, it does feel like you may even save this person's life, right? And I don't mean that as in like that's your job or this is going to weigh really heavily on you. But just by being in their life, by holding space for them, again, it feels like it's divinely guided. It also feels like this is going to be a life-changing connection for one, if not both of you, with the Tower. More Aries and Scorpio energy. This is also going to be a really unexpected connection here. You may find it a little bit emotionally overwhelming at times, or they do. But we see clarifying desires. So this connection sharpens understanding of what you want and what you need. Okay. We also see that this person approaches connection with curiosity rather than assumption. Growth matters to them. So again, like, you're just very different. And I think they really love that about you. I mean, we see they're passionate and there's never a dull moment with this person. And like, you open them up to new horizons, new ways of doing things, and they love that. All right, they absolutely love that. So it's definitely going to be a fun connection. And we see that this person is quietly confident. So they carry self-assurance without needing to dominate. Their confidence feels calming. All right, beautiful. Beautiful energy. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, we see that this connection tests your boundaries and priorities, reminding you that self-respect is part of love. Now, you may find yourself needing to have strong boundaries here. Again, you may feel the need to fix or to overgive, but Spirit's saying don't do that. And again, this person is going to, I think, also respect your boundaries. But it does feel like they're going through a lot, or they've been through a lot. So just be aware of, don't let empathy put you in an overgiving situation or keep you stuck anywhere. All right, so let's see what else my Aquarius need to know here. So we see forgiveness. Yes, beautiful. So allow healing waters to wash away the pain of the past. This is going to be an extremely healing connection for my Aquarius. We see friend zone, so this could start off as a friendship. I don't think this is going to be a connection that you friend zone one another, but there may be that concern, okay? And you are worthy, so just remember your worth and your value here, Aquarius. Your worth doesn't depend on the other person, but I think that's also why you two really like being each other, because you know your worth and your value. They see your worth and your value, absolutely. But again, you also have to decide, is this honoring your worth and your value? And at the bottom of the deck, we see holiday. So some of you may meet this person traveling, or this might be a complete change of scenery. I do see you two traveling together, exploring together, taking adventures together. And we see friendly support. So you may meet through friends. You may be friends with this person, but the universe is definitely conspiring to bring you two together here. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else we need to know. Any important dates or times for my Aquarius here in this connection? Any important dates and times here, please? Okay, so we see next month. I am doing this at the end of May, so it could be in June or July this is unfolding, but we also see slow movement. All right, my lovely Aquarius, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.